بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد. Brothers and sisters, welcome back to this last class in this short series on the basics of Sarf. In this class we shall be looking at two dictionaries. The first one being Mukhtar al-Sihah and the second one being Al-Mu'jam al-Wasit. Now, Al-Mu'jam al-Wasit is much bigger than Mukhtar al-Sihah, and each one of them has their benefits, advantages and disadvantages. So first of all, Mukhtar al-Sihah, this is the kind of dictionaries that you want to get used to for studying Islamic knowledge. The reason is that this dictionary is based upon classical Arabic. Not only from the meanings, the way the meanings are explained, that it's in line with classical Arabic, unlike Al-Mu'jam al-Wasit that has more modern day Arabic and certain words that are outright inauthentic from a classical perspective, but that are commonly used even academically nowadays. Mukhtar al-Sihah, from its meaning as well as its approach, the way words are explained and linked to each other, this will be you just getting the hang of using this dictionary. You will see this reflecting, the benefits of this will be reflecting throughout your studies in many other fields like usul al-fiqh, tafsir, etc. However, comes along with that a problem is that this dictionary is difficult to use for beginners, and we shall see why. Now, Mukhtar al-Sihah is kind of an abridged dictionary. Of course, you have Lisan al-Arab, which is a dictionary in about 20 volumes, which is an extensive dictionary, but many students of knowledge don't have this kind of dictionary in their houses. And honestly, unless you are really going deep into language, you don't really need it either. The ideal dictionary to have for a student of knowledge is probably Al-Qamus al-Muhit. I don't have it. I hope to buy it, inshallah ta'ala, within a few months, depending on how the dunya goes. But at the moment I don't have it. This is why I can't present it to you. But Al-Qamus al-Muhit is in a way even more difficult to use than Mukhtar al-Sihah. And for a beginner student of knowledge, I would say that it's probably somewhat out of reach for most of us. Some students of knowledge, they just dive right in, and for them it's just a breeze. People are different. You got to go with what suits you. Then moving on to Al-Mu'jam al-Wasit. Now, as I have said, this dictionary here is more focusing on modern Arabic, still at an academic level. You're not getting into slang or poor Arabic, etc. However, from the meanings as well as the approach, the way this dictionary explains things, it is kind of not in line with the way classical knowledge books work, not only in language but in other fields of Islamic knowledge. So this dictionary here, I would advise it for beginners because it's far easier to use than anything else. Mukhtar al-Sihah, I should mention, also has another advantage. There is a pocket version available of this dictionary by the same publisher, Al-Maktabatul Asriya, and that is really convenient. You can, have your dictionary right with you in your pocket while you're attending lessons, while you're traveling, etc. That is a substantial advantage. So let's look at Alima, which is the first fi'l that we have looked at in our short series right here. So you see that first of all, we have the different awzan from the verb alima, the fi'l alima, we have them all grouped under ayn, lam, mim. In other words, if you are to look up, for example, ista'lama, you're not searching for this word at alif or hamza. If you look up mu'limun or mu'lamun or mu'allamun, etc., or ta'allama, you do not look up at mim or ta, etc. You're going back to the root letters ayn, lam, mim, all right, from which all these awzan are derivated. So it's important for you to get used to detecting what are the additional letters. For example, if you have the word inkasara, hamzatul wasl, nun, ka, sin, ra. Okay, so somewhere we got two letters that are not from the original root. So what could these letters be? Is it possible to have a kaf as an additional letter? No, it's not, because we just see that we either have an alif, a hamzatul qata, or alif mad, or a hamza and a ta, or a hamza and a noon, except for here we have a doubling of the letter. So inkasara, do we have a doubling? No, we don't, so it's definitely not this one. Inkasara doesn't sound like af'ala, doesn't sound like fa'ala, doesn't sound like ifta'ala, it's infa'ala. Okay, so you know that you can remove the two first letters and you have kasara. So you go back and you look up kaf, sin, ra. So, as I said, that is a skill that you need to acquire in order to look up meanings of words in such dictionaries. And you will see that just doing that exercise will show to be extremely beneficial, and you will, like all these awzan here, they will kind of just naturally become second nature, and you won't have to think a lot on, okay, so that's the third scale and it's the, you know, it's the masdar, etc. It will just become normal for you. You won't need to think about it. All right. So now let's look at the way these words are explained. So you have al-alamu, not al-ilmu. You have al-alamu. So that is the first meaning of this scale. Al-alamu, and he says bifathataini, because back in the days when dictionaries were written, very often they wouldn't write the harakat, or if they were already writing the harakat in those days, they would still, for emphasis, write bifathataini, meaning like fatha on the first one and fatha on the second one. Al-alamu, al-alamatu. So here that means that this is a synonym. Al-alamu is a synonym of al-alamatu. Now al-alamatu, you might have come across this word, it means a sign. And al-alamu, it is a type of sign. It's not a full synonym, there are some differences. For example, we will use al-alamu to mean a flag or a landmark, etc. So these are all types of signs, they are particular signs. Moving on, وَهُوَ أَيْضًا الْجَبَلُ. It's also a mountain, because a mountain is a landmark. Like in Surah Al-Shura, I believe, وَلَهُ الْجَوَارِ فِي الْبَحْرِ كَالْأَعْلَامِ. So here, al-a'lam, it means the mountains. So, عَلَمُ الثَّوْبِ وَالرَّايَةِ, يعني the sign that is on the garment and on the flag. عَلِمَ الشَّيْءَ بِالْكَسْرِ. Now here we go on here. Now he says بِالْكَسْرَ. We're on to another word. We went from al-alamu to alima. So this is a fi'l now, and this is the fi'l that we know, which is alima. And it tells us بالكسر يعلمه. So in the madi we have kasr, and in the mudari' we have the fatha. So those are the kind of things that you can look up in the dictionary, and then ilman, it gives us the masdar. So these here that I said, are problematic. We don't have a proper rule to extract them. Alima, ya'lamu, ilmun. They are explained right here. And one of the harakat is laid out right here in the first, the first explanation of this madda, ayn, lam, mim. Now, how does he explain that? What's the meaning of alima? Arafahu. So here it gives you a synonym. There is no explanation on what alima means. And this is why I said that using an Arabic dictionary can be a bit challenging at the beginning, because very often they will explain things using synonyms and then just give a slight indication to show what is the difference between the two synonyms. That's it. So, but once you have understood the basic form, then الرجل علامة أي عالم. So it tells you that علامة is a عالم, and the عالم, as you know, is the ism fa'il of alima. So he is a knowledgeable person. So is alamatun exactly the same as alimun? No, here we're going to apply the rule that Ibn al-Qayyim taught us, where he said ziyadatul mabna yadullu ala ziyadatin fil ma'na. An increased number of letters, an increased construction of the word, meaning there's more inside of the word, indicates an increase in meaning. So this one here has some of the meaning of knowledge, and this one here has more meaning of knowledge. So this one here has more knowledge than this one here. Ay alimun jiddan. He's very knowledgeable. Allamatun. Then walha'u lil mubalagha. So it tells you here that al-ha, which is normally a sign of feminine, which is a ta marbuta, lil mubalagha, for extrapolation, exaggeration, increase, etc. استعلمه الخبر فأعلمه إياه. So استعلمه, that goes back to the talab, right? So it means that to ask for information. So actually it is in the Mukhtar al-Sihah as well. So actually what I have told you previously is maybe not so correct. This is common, is also considered classical Arabic. Apologies for that. استعلمه الخبر فأعلمه. أعلم means التعدي. أفعل أعلم, to inform somebody or to mark something. So what are you supposed to gain from this? The fact that he gives you this construction right here, استعلمه الخبر, you know that استفعل, it means طلب, and علم is علم, knowledge, al-khabar, information. Now you understand that this formula right here, it has that basic meaning of requesting knowledge. فَأَعْلَمَهُ إِيَّهُ, he informed him of it. So this shows you that these two awzan are used in the way by applying these basic rules that we have explained previously, that for a'lama is ta'addi and ista'lama it is talab. Then we have أعلم القصار الثوب فهو معلم والثوب معلم. So now we're still in أعلم. So here he shows us that أعلم means to inform. Can it mean something else as well? The qassar, which is the tailor, has made أعلم of the garment. So what could that mean? It means that he has made a sign. So now we are not in the meaning of alima, but we are in the meaning of al-alamu, al-alamatu, which is the sign, marking. So al-qassaru, he marked the garment. He made a mark on it. He made a sign on it. So he is mu'limun and the thob is mu'lamun. So this example here, again, shows you that these awzan are in use. Sorry. So it is a'lama. Alright, and that also the fa'il and the maf'ul are used in classical Arabic language. أعلم الفارس جعل نفسه علامة الشجعان. So, what does this mean now? Here it gets a bit more complicated. Now we are getting into, let's say, Arabic expressions. أعلم الفارس, the knight, he made أعلم, the action of أعلم. What does that mean? جعل لنفسه علامة الشجاع. He made for himself a sign of bravery. In other words, he has proven his bravery in combat or in a dangerous situation, etc. So when the Arabs would say, فلان أعلم, all right, this guy has proven himself. He's a brave fighter. So again, it's like he earned the sign of bravery. So here we're getting really into Arabic expressions. Then علمه الشيء تعليما فتعلم. ليس التجديد هنا للتكثير بل للتعدية. Alright, so what does that mean? علمه الشيء. So we said that علم فعل, where is it? Right here. It's either تكثير or تعدية. تعدية means putting the action upon somebody else. التكثير means making it numerous. So he tells us that this wasn't here, the tajdid, which is this wasn't, having a doubling of the letter, is not for takthir. It's not for making numerous, rather it is for ta'diyah. So we understand that it is for teaching. So علمه شيء تعليما فتعلم. So التعليم, here it shows you that this wasn't is used, that is the masdar of علم يعلم تعليم فتعلم. Okay, so he said that shows you that. So one of them taught and the other one learned. So ta'allama, he is the one who is taking the knowledge upon himself. So again, all this does right here in this dictionary is showing you that these awzan are used, and from the way it's presented, combined with the understanding of these awzan, you can deduct the meaning. So let's move on to Al-Mu'jam Al-Wasit. So can I zoom in here? Yes, I can. So first of all, you see that in Al-Mu'jam Al-Wasit, all of this is on this, all the way till here, is about alima, whereas in Mukhtar al-Sihah it is much shorter. So let's see what we can find in Al-Mu'jam Al-Wasit. علمه علما وسمه بعلامة يعرف بها. Alright, so here we're getting into another meaning which is close from the alamatun, the sign. Wasamahu, it means wasama, to mark or even to make a tattoo, or even like the way they mark animals on their fur, like whether it be camels or horses or donkeys, by burning them with hot iron. So you'll have a hot iron that has a specific shape, and that will mark that animal, and it will show the belonging of that animal. So alamahu, alman, that is the meaning of that. Alamahu can have another meaning, ghalabahu fil ilm. It means that he overcame him in knowledge. He became more knowledgeable than him. Other meaning, alama shafatahu alman shaqqaha. Yani, here it has a complete different meaning, but once again, this is something from the Arabic language. Alama shafa, shafatu is the lip. So he got alama on the lip. It means that his lip got split or injured, and like shaqqaha means to split. So kind of like when the lip busts open, or maybe it gets hurt through an object or something. So it's kind of like a sign in his face, right? Just like al-alamatu on the riding beast, the camel or the horse, you can recognize the horse with that. Now this guy, you recognize him straight away from his injury on his lip. So this gives you quite an insight on the way Arabic language functions. You know, how the root word can be applied in many different ways. And although like the final application of the words from one case to another might diverge very widely, you can see how it relates to the original root. علم فلان علما. So not علما, علما. انشق شفته العليا. So here again, we're in the same meaning as here. انشق شفته, his upper lip, العليا, his upper lip split. فهو أعلم. Now here أعلم is not صيغة التفضيل, but this is a common صيغة. I do not now remember what it's called, but like for example أحنف, somebody who's أحنف is somebody whose feet are kind of like turned into one direction. They're not natural. They don't have their natural direction. They're kind of like diverted from the natural direction. So here أعلم, the guy, he has a alama. He has this particular feature. وهي علماء, that is the feminine version, and the plural is علم. Not علم but علم. Now علم الشيء علما. So when you see this little hyphen or underscore sign, that means that it takes the last mentioned version of the word, whether it is the thulathi mazid or the thulathi mujarrad, etc. So here our last one is alima. So alima shay'a ilman. Now we're getting into arafahu. Here we have the synonym, to know. So here now we're getting into what we are more familiar with. وفي التنزيل العزيز, in the book of Allah, لا تعلمونهم الله يعلمهم. So you don't know them, Allah knows them. علم الشيء وبه وعلم به. You can say علم الشيء, so it can be a مفعول به, he knows the thing, or علم به, it can be a jar or majroor. شعر به ودرى. So here again we have more synonyms. وفي التنزيل قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي. So علم الشيء حاصلا أيقن به وصدقه. Anyway, let's move forward. علمت العلم نافعا. Those are examples of the use of alima, the thulathi mujarrad, the three letters of the verb without any additions. Now we come to a'lama. So here once again, a'lama nafsahu wa farasahu ja'ala lahu aw laha alamatan fil harb. He made for himself or for his beast a sign in war. a'lama thawba, he made a sign, يعني الثوبة. Again, here you have this hyphen, so we go back to أعلم الثوبة جعل له علما من طراز أو غيره. I mean, he made a sign on his thobe, whether it be something stitched or other than that, sewn onto it. Now أعلم فلان الخبر. So he made أعلم to fulan the information. So here, because it's information and you understand the root meaning and you understand that أعلم has the meaning of ta'diya, you understand that here we're talking about informing somebody of a piece of information. أو أعلم به أخبره به. وأعلم على كذا من كتاب وغيره جعل له علامة الفاعل معلم والمفعول معلم. So here again, what is meant by this, they are showing you that these two words here are in use in Arabic language. Muf'ilun and muf'alun. Because as I said, sometimes only certain scales are in use and sometimes only certain words within a scale are in use. That's just how it is. جعله علامة etc. عالمه باراه وغالبه في العلم. So alama here, it means that, you know, he is kind of like competing, debating, challenging him in his ilm. علم نفسه وسمها بسيم الحرب. So here علم نفسه, it means give yourself a alama. Wasama, as we said, tattoo, or this burning thing or whatever, making yourself a mark onto yourself. بسيم الحرب, the mark of war. علم له علامة. All right. طيب علم له علامة جعل له أمارة يعرفها. يعني it's like making a sign or a landmark that he knows in order to recognize somebody or a place, etc. والفاعل معلم والمفعول معلم. Then علم فلانا الشيء تعليما جعله يتعلم. So again here علم فلانا الشيء. Now you again understanding that فعل, it has the meaning of تعدية. With this context here, now you understand that what is meant is to teach. And he shows you that the masdar ta'limun is in use. فَجَعَلَهُ, so he made him يَتَعَلَّمُ. So he's showing you that the opposite of teaching, to learn, works with this wasn't right here. تَعَلَّمَ, it is in use and it functions based on what we have known. اعتلم البرق لمع في الجبل. So اعتلم البرق, it means that البرق is thunder and lightning, or one of the two without the other. الرعد is the thunder, البرق is the lightning. So the lightning is reflected or shiny on the mountain. As we have seen this one here, I have not found in Mukhtar al-Sihah, so I'm not sure of the authenticity of this particular word in classical Arabic. Moving on. تعالم فلان أظهر العلم. So here you have a clear explanation. تعالم فلان أظهر, it means to show ilm. But the way it's used is to, show off ilm that you don't have in reality. So تعلم الأمر انتقه أتقنه وعرفه, right? So that's meaning has been explained previously as well. تعلم بصيغة الأمر اعلم ويتعدى إلى مفعولين. So okay, this will leave, this goes a bit deeper. Anyway, I think you get the idea how all of this functions. And I think you also get the idea how all of this is related to, the way Sarf functions, whether it be the different scales, their meaning, and the way they are, conjugated, if we can say so. Now, you might think that this looks awfully complicated. Let me tell you that a lot of things look awfully complicated when you start off with. I very, very, very strongly advise you to do the effort for at least some of the words that you're looking up. Don't just go on Google Translate. This is a very cheap way of learning. You will see that for some reason there is just not enough blessing in approaching learning this way. You see it with students nowadays that study English or other languages. All Google Translate. They don't use dictionaries anymore. Words just don't stick. And the same goes with Arabic. So yes, Google Translate can help you out if you quickly need something. However, while you are working on a book, while you're trying to read a book, do the effort to look up that vocabulary in those dictionaries. An alternative to using these full Arabic dictionaries, use Hansware bilingual dictionary, Arabic English. The Hansware dictionary is based upon the root words, and it explains the words in the same way as this. You will find them broken down with the different mawazin, the different awzan, with the explanation in English. I know Hansware has an online version somewhere. I've seen it. I've not used it myself. I'm not sure how practical it is, but I very, very strongly recommend that if you don't feel up to using an Arabic dictionary yet, get the handswear and make the effort to look these things up. You will see that you will find a lot of blessing by working with a dictionary. Wallahu ta'ala alam. I hope that you have benefited from this series. May Allah benefit myself and all of you through it. If you know people that might be interested in it, please share it. I don't think it's a series that's worth sharing with everybody. It's really, I'm aiming at a public that is aiming to learn Arabic language. Those are the ones that will benefit from this. So if you do know individuals like that, do share it. Spreading the knowledge of Arabic language is extremely important. Jazakumullahu khairan for your patience. Keep up. Don't give up. Learning is a difficult process, but its results and its benefits are tremendous. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.